There's no doubt whatsoever you can make thousands upon thousands and tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars buying and reselling storage units. The number one question I get is, how do I find them? And today I'm going to show you all the ways to find it for free. If you've got a smartphone or laptop, you're ready to go. We're going to divide this up into three different sections. Number one, how do I find live storage unit auctions? Number two, how do I find online storage unit auctions? And number three, how do I find facilities in my area that might have actual storage unit auctions? So let's dig in. We're starting with the live auctions, my favorite. As we dig into live auctions, one of the best places to go is here, auctionzip.com. We're actually looking at the mobile device right now. And what I like to do is go to the mileage. I typically will go 150 miles, but you've got to look at what works for you. And I also punch in my zip code, 44691. Okay. And then we have this special little place right here called categories. Now, these are all the categories, and what auctionzip.com does is anybody who pays to advertise an actual auction on the site, you'll see it in the calendar. And there's this specific area, storage auctions. So I want to look at 150-mile radius of storage auctions, and then I'm going to hit search. And what it's going to do now is it's going to show me anything that was put in that category in regards to storage auctions within a 150-mile radius. Now, you'll see right here, Columbus, Ohio, self-storage. They're actually promoting, if we look here, let's go ahead and click on it. They're promoting an online storage auction at storageauctions.com. We'll get to that soon, I promise. But be careful when you're looking at this, because you will be going, hey, is this an actual live auction? Nope, this is an actual online auction being promoted on a live auction site. Okay, so let's find storage treasures, storage treasures, storage treasures. You see storage treasures, they're promoting it like crazy. There's my buddy Rob, Second Sense Auctions right there. Self-storage abandoned unit auction. So let's look at Rob. Rob is an auctioneer. So he is going to be at the actual location. And we can see here it's by Second Sense, Tuesday, January 7th, 11:15 p.m. He gives the location. And typically what we're going to get is actually the terms of the auction. So for example, we see reserve the right to the highest bidder, arrive early to register. It starts promptly 11:15. $100 clean out deposit, all sales final. Now, just a little extra tip, and I'm going to give you some bonus tips at the end of this video, but not all auctions that are storage unit auctions are actually listed underneath the category of storage auctions. If the auctioneer or the facility didn't know to put it under there, it's just going to fall under the all auction category. So it's always a good idea to go back to the all auction category and then search every single auction, because they may not have put it in the actual category. That's just an extra little bonus tip for you. It takes some more time, but it may make you a whole lot more money as you're looking for auctions. Keep in mind that auctioneers or facility owners actually pay a fee to advertise their auction on auctionzip.com. When it first came out, there was no fee, and then the fees went in, and then the fees go up. And because fees are going up, some facilities and some auctioneers are looking at other platforms. So let's take a look at another one where you can actually find the live auctions being promoted, whereas right now there are no fees to promote. We're here at gotoauction.com, and as you see the search results, again, we are on the actual phone, so this is the platform of the phone. Your platform on your laptop or your computer is going to look different, and frankly, you have more functionality, which is always good as well. But you have to realize with any type of new platform, and this isn't the newest thing in the world, but you also have to realize there's going to be limited information because it's new. So if we type in our mileage, and me personally, I always like to put in 150. You figure out what works for you. Regionally, it's going to be different. If you live in a city, you're going to be surrounded by this stuff. If you live out in the country in Montana and there's nobody near you, you're going to have a hard time. 150 miles isn't going to be enough. But we're going to look at storage unit auctions here as well. And if we have the ID of the auction, we could punch that into the search. So we're just going to take a look here, and you'll see here based on scheduling. So Sunday, January 5th, we have consignments. Now that's placed under the category of storage unit auction. It doesn't mean it's an actual storage unit auction. We got model home furnishing. So they placed it under there. So again, you're going to have limited auctions, but look here, we have Rob with Second Sense. His actual auction is in both locations. So now we can see exactly, we can compare now. It looks a little bit cleaner here, contact information, and all of the terms here. So just remember, you can use both. The big go-to right now is auctionzip.com, but a lot of people are leaning to GoToAuction because limited fees. So what's happening is GoToAuction is trying to be the go-to place to take over auctionzip.com, and they're doing it based on limited fees for the auctioneers and facilities. So check both. I tell everyone all the time, live auctions are the best because you can use your five senses. You've got hearing, you've got sight, and when you're using your hearing, listen to what the auctioneer is saying or what the managers and employees are saying in the background. I've bought great units. I got a movie star unit because I heard employees talking about it. They have information they're not going to share with you. So listen to everything, all the conversations. Sight, okay? And so you want to see everything. Train your eyes to see what other people don't see. And smell, extremely important, your smell. When you're at a live auction, you can smell if there's rotten, moldy, mouse droppings, you name it, in a unit versus bidding online. And then taste. Actually, you probably should not use that one. But touch. You can touch things afterwards as well, and you can see if things are real. Now, let's transition into online auctions. Online auctions are the thing. And frankly, probably in 10 years, it's all going to be online. It'll be extremely limited. Our whole commerce system has moved to online. And so these general huge companies, whether you have Life Storage or CubeSmart, they've all moved online because it's limited out-of-pocket expenses for them. And what it does is the masses, you and me, we can bid at home on our couch in our underwear, and we can take as much time as we want looking at everything. I'm going to show you the top sites to do that right now. StorageTreasures.com is the big boy, like the #1 online website to find storage units, okay? And because they were first, somebody always rises to the top. So the beautiful thing here is you can actually create an account. You can see up here in the left. And all you need to create an account is an actual email address. But let's go ahead. Let's start searching a little bit because there are different types of units that you need to know about when you actually look at storage units on online platforms. And that's exactly what Storage Treasures is. It is just a third-party online platform. And what that means is you're going to get very limited customer support. They just create a platform for facilities to advertise their storage units, and you get to bid on them. So the real action happens between you and the facility, and they create the website to make that happen. All right, so zip code, my zip code, 25 miles, it's not enough. So again, you know I like to go 150 miles. We're going to hit search. We are on the mobile app right now. As you can see over here to the left, there's what's called a lien unit, and that falls under lien law. Somebody didn't pay their actual fees, and therefore it's got a lien on it to recover those fees. A non-lien unit or a manager special, and I'm going to share what that actually is, and a charity unit. Charity unit's pretty easy. Charity, they auction it off, and that money goes to charity. So let's take a peek down here. We've got all our results. We've got the map. Look at here. We've got one right here. So here it is, Marion, Ohio. It's got a high bid of $130. And it's a 10 by 10. So let's go ahead. Let's click on it. It's got an hour left. Now, StorageTreasures.com uses what's called a soft close. A soft close means every time you bid within the last few minutes, they're going to add minutes to the actual auction. So it's not like eBay where you can snipe in a bid. When it gets to the last few minutes, and somebody bids, it's going to add more minutes, allowing other people to actually bid, because they're going to send information to the other bidders and say, hey, you were just outbid. Now, what we see here is pictures. Now, what I love about storage treasures is we can highlight these pictures, like here. We can magnify the entire picture, which is extremely important when trying to profile and see what's in a unit. And they're going to tell us, is this a lien unit? So we can see here it's a 10 by 10, cleaning deposit of $100. Once you clean out the unit within that time of 72 hours, then you are okay. You get that $100 back, and you have to pay in cash. Now, a lot of people will tell you, don't ever read the description. Unit appears to contain boxes, totes, and a corner cabinet. By all means, please, always read the description. Anybody who tells you not to read the description is a complete and total fool. There's two people that know what's in this unit. The person who put it all in there, and then the person who took these pictures. And the person that took those pictures are supposed to give you a description. Read that information. That can give you a clue to things. Also, do your own investigation looking at the pictures. Let's go back. And let's see if we can find another one. Let's see if we can find what's called a lien unit or a manager special. So with a lien unit or a manager special, what we really need to consider, and we got toys, clothing, housing. What we really need to consider is that this is not a legal lien unit particularly, because that person, somebody abandoned it for sure, and usually what happens is the facility will take the garbage that other people left, like this looks like a lot of garbage, and they'll put it in a unit and they will auction it off as a manager special, okay? And a non-lien unit means the exact same thing as a manager special. The reason why you wouldn't want to bid on one of those is because somebody's already gone through it. What kind of treasure are you going to find in a unit that somebody already went through? You see what I'm saying? So right now, current high bid, $40, and we've got automotive parts, furniture, several boxes. Right now, we can see all of these items here. Now, let's say we actually bought this unit, and there was no way I could get rid of these mattresses and things. What people will do is actually, they buy the unit, they'll leave all the garbage, and then if you leave the garbage with storage treasures will actually ban you or your bidding ID from that site. Now, remember what you need to get a profile on storage treasures? Yeah, you need an email address. So if you get banned, guess what everybody does? They just create another email address and they register under another email address, and you can register with the exact same credit card and you keep on bidding. So it's pretty easy. If you ever do get banned, you just get right back on. And frankly, does storage treasures really care? No, they don't, because they're getting a percentage. If this sells for $80, they're getting a percentage of what each unit sells for. And so they want you to be bidding, and they want you to be bidding high because that's how they make their money. They will actually charge your credit card a percentage, and you can get a actual membership, which will be a yearly fee to take that percentage down, versus a non-yearly or non-membership fee, which is a little bit higher. So the difference is between 15% to 10%. So this is a great place to find online units if your area supports it. Look at this one here. This one is in Richmond Heights, Ohio, and it's got no bids, a 10 by 15. So let's take a look why. Let's see. Oh, you see it right there? Non-lien unit, manager special. The reason why this doesn't have any bids is because somebody doesn't want to go treasure hunting to find a lot of things worth a lot of money when somebody's already gone through it. 9 times out of 10, these don't sell very high, if at all. One of the things we have to remember is where you live is not like the rest of the world. So there's different regions, there's cities, and then there's farming communities, and then there's places like California, and there's places like Texas, and then there's places like Ohio. But everywhere isn't like you. And therefore, everywhere doesn't use the same exact platform. There are others. And it's going to be regionally based on where you live, what facilities use what online platform. So let's check out another one. And as we go through these platforms, you should be checking them out as well, all of them, to find out what facilities use what platforms in your area. Here's another one of my favorites, lockerfox.com, okay? You got to figure out, is it in your area? But it works very, very easily. Now, the one issue that I don't like, you can't really magnify the pictures like you can on Storage Treasures. Let's go to View Auctions. But what they do is they give you many pictures as they took, and we'll take a look right here. And I'll show you what that looks like. You take lots of pictures and you get to look at them, but they're high resolution, bigger pictures. So if we actually click on this one's in North Ridgeville, flat screen TV, miscellaneous items. Remember, always look at that. I can't magnify this picture. You can if you use your own personal computer, copy, paste, magnify it, but you can't within the actual platform. But the one cool thing about this is we can see over here to the right who's bidding on it. And so we can start profiling people who are bidding in our area, what they're looking for, what we should, whereabouts they're going to bid. And we get the content ID down here as well, and then the information. See there, it's a lien sale, and we have 48 hours to pick it up. We get the facility location. Now, this is where we get the actual pictures. We can't magnify them in the actual platform of LockerFox. We get them as a high-res big anyway. That's why it's better to look at this truly on your laptop or your PC. But this is another location online to find more units. And we're giving it to you for free. And here at What the Hales, we will always give this information to you for free. Let's look at another. This one is called bid13.com. This one is unique because you actually get a video of this actual unit. Let's go ahead. Let's look at a unit, okay? So we already know how to find in our area, same way on bid13. But let's look at an actual, this one's in Georgia. I didn't put the information in. But if you see here, you see that? That's a YouTube play button right there. So a lot of facilities, and especially majorly traded corporate facilities, life storage, public storage, they'll say things like, hey, you can't film. And yet, if they're going to sell online on bid13, guess what? There's a video of everything. Let's look at this one over here, okay? Is the platform of bid13 will take stills. So if you look down here, it's just stills. It doesn't mean it's good stills, but they are still shots from this video up here so that you can click on the still and see what's in it. And it's random how it picks it out from the video. And some videos are so horrible based on there's no lighting with the facility when they actually recorded it versus some people are doing this on their flip phone. This is another way to find storage units. Let's check out another one. In my opinion, this next site is very cumbersome compared to the other sites. So every platform is going to have a benefit, and you're going to find your positives, you're going to find your negatives of what you like and what you don't like. This one is probably my least favorite. It's cumbersome to use. I do not like the magnification tool, because what happens is if you have a picture this big, you get to magnify just this. Well, if I want a picture to magnify, I want to look at it all. Not just this, because I can't, if an item is this big and I only can magnify this portion of it, you see what I'm saying? I can't magnify the whole item to see what I actually want to see. Let's just jump on the platform and I'll show you exactly what I mean. StorageAuctions.com. So what we would do, start bidding, start selling, find auctions near you. So we're going to go ahead and put in my zip code. Again, we are on the mobile app, and for here it doesn't let you punch in an actual radius. You have to pick one of their radiuses. It just happens my favorite radius of 150 miles is in there. So here's what happens. All right, we're going to look at this first one right here. Oh, and by the way, the star item, that means something as well. So let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we got 19 hours, 39 minutes, and 20 seconds. Active, $10 bid. And it's not too far away. Oh man, it's got box springs and a bed. All my favorites. Let's see how this magnification tool works on the phone, which I've never used. Actually, you know what? It's completely different on the phone. So if you're on your actual laptop or PC, it'll be much, much different with the magnification tool. Actually, that's better on the phone. I would appreciate that much more. Here's another one for you. ibidforstorage.com. Now, I have never personally bought a unit off of this site. I've never found one near me that was worth buying. So we can view all online auctions. And if you see here, selfstorageauction.com, that is another subsidiary of iBidForStorage. So instead of showing you both, I'm just going to tell you ibidforstorage.com, and up here in the upper header, in the middle, you see selfstorageauction.com as well. So let's look at one down here. And again, this is cumbersome. It's so cumbersome because now, not only do I have to put in my country, which Canada is in here, there are only 85 on this platform. This is obviously not a well-used platform. I'm sure they would like to change that. We are now having to look for Ohio, and guess what? There's nothing in Ohio. Let's go with Michigan, our arch enemy. And don't worry, Michiganers, I love you dearly. That's just, we got to submit, and we just need something to look at here. And here's one at Storage Mart. It didn't even take me to Michigan. We're in New York. So let's look in New York. We'll take a look at this platform. And this is what it looks like here. You've got your different pictures you can bring up. And we've got Hillbilly of Staten Island, New York. Last bidder is $11. And past bidder was at $1. That was Cool Cat of New York City. So those are their IDs. And you can see the terms and conditions down below here as well. This one's not one of my favorites. But again, for your area, it may work. Especially for you Canadians. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're not completely and totally new to storage unit buying. And therefore, you've watched a little show called Storage Wars? I bet you have. So Dan Dodson, the auctioneer on Storage Wars, he and his wife Laura, they have created a platform as well. So that's new, up and coming, and they're advertising that quite a bit as well. StorageAuctions.net. I bet these two look familiar, don't they? So this is another great platform. Online auction system, self-storage auctions, and we can search. Here we go right here, California, California, California. Now remember, a lot of this is going to be regional. You have to figure out what platforms are being used in your region. So we can look, Massillon, Ohio. It's saying that I'm in Massillon. I'm not in Massillon, but that's okay. And here we have a map of what's actually available. But even better, we can take a look right down here. So we'll look at one. Oh, look at that. Perry Storage. I usually go, well, Perry Storage was live auctions, but that's okay that they're not anymore. So we got one picture. That was it. Oh, because this is promoting the live auction. So Dan's site not only promotes the online auctions, but this also promotes the live auctions that are going to be happening too. And that's another cool part of this, that you've got featured storage centers in the area. So right here, all auctions and storage centers. And this is a tremendous resource for information. Now, there is one major publicly traded company still in the storage unit game that does not do online auctions, but they're also not going to hire an auctioneer. They hire their district managers who are already on the salary to come in and host an auction. It'll be live on site, but you're never going to find that on any of these websites that I actually mentioned. You're going to find it right here. If you go to publicstorageauctions.com, you're going to be able to navigate all of the auctions that Public Storage does all over the United States. First, you have to choose your state. So let's go for Ohio. O-H-I-O. And there we go. We've got Ohio. Then we're going to choose a city. So let's just say Akron. That's about an hour from me. And then we're going to submit. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to get an actual list of everything that's going on. Right now, this list is actually in alphabetical order. All of these individuals off to the right, this is public information. This is a legal declaration that their items are going up for auction. By law, Public Storage has to produce this information. And so one of the things you can do, like Amber Brooks here, we can actually look Amber Brooks up online and see, is she a doctor? Is she whatever? Is she in jail? And we can figure that out. But all of these customer names are in alphabetical order. Well, I don't usually want to go alphabetical order. I want to know when the next auction is. If we click on auction date, which I just did, it's now going to query in regards to an order of auction dates. So we can do that. We can do property name, property address, state, zip code, all of those things as long as we click on the header up top. So I just clicked on the header. And we've got all kinds of units going up for auction. Now, if I wanted to change my state, let's say I'm headed over to Pennsylvania, my neighbor, and I'm just going to go to Aston. I'm going to submit. All the information is going to come up for there. So it's not a calendar per se of everything in the state. It's regional, and you have to really navigate it and get down the navigational tool to find out when the things are in the region. So depending on what region you want to go and buy units in depends on what you're seeing up on the screen. Some of you are going to say, well, Jeremy, I don't have live auctions in my area. And Jeremy, none of these platforms are actually doing online auctions in my area, but I know there are storage unit facilities in my area. What do I do? How do I get the information? That's really, really easy. You ask. And you go, well, I don't even know who to ask and how to ask. I'm going to show you a website. And again, all for free. What the Hales is always going to be free. We're always have been free. We always will be free, giving the information straight to you. You can go to this website and it'll show you every single storage unit facility in your area, and you can call them and ask them about their auctions personally. StorageUnitAuctionList.com. Now, there is a registration and a membership for the information on here. Right now, it tells us auctions happening nationwide. Now, a platform like this, what it does is it just gathers all the free information that I just showed you on the other platforms, and it puts it in one platform. For example, here, Castle Store and Lock and Stop and Lock and Store More, and these are all Ohio facilities. So what I can do, if we click sign up, we can register, right? And I can get a 7-day free trial, or I can pay for the actual membership, and it will tell me where all the auctions are as it gathers all the information. If you're extremely busy, this might be a great tool for you so that you don't have to go through all the other sites. If you liked this video, I've got another one in the pinned comment. It teaches you how to sell everything that you get from a storage unit auction. Gives you a ton of ideas to make that extra money.